Hello students, welcome to Divine Public School e-learning platform. My name is Sarfraz Ahmad and we are going to study chapter 2 of class 7, that is Windows 7. So let's start. So students, we are going to study our new chapter of class 7, that is chapter number 2, Windows 7. So let's start for today's chapter. So before this, we are going to know what we are going to study in this chapter. So the first thing is we are study, that is introduction, then starting Windows Explorer, then working with the control panel, then changing date and time, about fonts, my mouse is not working, and then using on-screen keyboard, changing the mouse setting, Y to double click to the mouse, and avoid pressing two keys together, put your computer in sleep mode. So these are all the topics we are going to study in today's class. So let's start. Now first thing is introduction. So we are just working on the operating system. Have I told in this in our previous class, or you have also learned that in our previous class about the software. So the software having two parts, like application software and system software. And system software, you have learned about that system software is working for the computer to operate the computer and to manage the computer. So to manage all the things of the computer. So talking about operating system. So operating systems just manage the hardware components of our computer, and it is managing also managing our files and folders. So Windows Windows is the operating system. Like many other operating systems are there, like Macintosh, Red Hat, Unix, Linux. So there are so many operating systems, but Windows we are using because this is a very user friendly operating system. Anyone can use very easily. That is why we are using Windows operating system, because Windows has simplified the task. Windows having some very easy functions, so that any task we are going to do, it is very simple to do. Like we can manage our data, because most of the things we are working on the computer for the data. We are creating the data, we are managing the data. So it is very simple to manage the data in Windows operating system. So data in our computer is organized in the form of files and folder. Okay, so you having a file, and if there is a lots of file are there, so it is very difficult to find out our specific files. So you can, if you are organize your file, you can arrange in a proper manner in a folder, then it is very easy to find out. So that is why we are using folders. Okay, so in Windows you can locate your files and folder either in a document folder or Windows Explorer. So the question arises that what is Windows Explorer? What is Windows Explorer? So we are going to discuss that what is Windows Explorer. So Windows Explorer is used for viewing, exploring and organizing files in a computer. Okay, so Windows Explorer enables you to display directory structure. What is a directory structure? That if I am going to my computer, here in the my computer, okay, so these are the structures. See here, these are the downloads for folder, and if I'm clicking on, see this, these are the folders. So if I'm seeing or arranging the folders, so this Windows Explorer will very helpful. So Windows Explorer, what is did, it is just showing for viewing, it is using for viewing, for exploring, for organizing files in a computer. So that is why it is very helpful. Helpful. So Windows Explorer enables you to display directory structure. Directory, which means arranging the folders, the structures of the folders, that all the things are in arranged manner, so it is very easy to find out. So it is can arrange that structure of a folder that is called directory folder. Okay, it includes like that. If I am opening this my computer, you can see on the left side you can see these are desktop, download, music, document, and this picture, video. These are drives. So these are drives, files, folder, all these things. These are called directory structure. I hope you are all getting. So this Windows Explorer is very helpful for us for doing all these things. So now our first topic that we are going to study, that is starting with Windows Explorer. So where do you find this Windows Explorer? So if I am going to start button, if I'm clicking on the start button, and you can see here all program here, and if I'm just scroll down, and you will find the one folder that is accessories. If I am going to find out this accessories folder, here is the accessories, and if you find this accessories folder, you will find here Windows Explorer. As you can see here, Windows Explorer. So if I'm clicking on this Windows Explorer, the Windows Explorer has been open. Now this is the Windows Explorer. Now this is the Windows Explorer, as you can see here. Now the next topic that we are going to study, that is which one? Now the next one is viewing folder, files and folder. Next thing is viewing file and folder. Okay. Next thing is viewing files and folder. This one is the next topic, viewing files and folder. Okay, so now the next topic is viewing files and folder. So here this is the Windows Explorer. On the right side you will see here, on the right side you will see on below the search box, below this search box you will find this one. It is a view option. Okay, so if you click on here, you will find this box. Okay, on this box you can see the several option. Okay, like here you can see this one large icon. Okay, large icon, this extra large icon, this medium icon, this small, list, detail, tiles, and content. Okay, all these things. Okay, I will tell you one by one. Now first one is extra large. So it displayed a gigantic large icon of the files and folders. See here, this is the files, these two are the files, and this sample music is a folder. So if I'm clicking on this extra large, so you can see this extra large files and folder, you can able to see. Now there is another option. This is large. This is large option. So large, which means you can see the files and folder in very large. So it is not just large, it is just below this extra large. So extra large is very more large, but large is below the extra large. Okay, so now there is the next option is medium. Okay, so medium, which means display the files and folder in a medium size icon. Okay, so that is it is giving the better idea for filing content. So if clicking on it, so you can see the medium size of the files and folder. Now if I'm going to a small icon, so it will become a small icon, so you can easily you can see the large file. Okay? You can see the large file at the same time. So if I'm clicking here, you can see this this very small icon over here. Now if I'm clicking on the list, so what is the list? So list view display the content as a list of files or folder that present some name, a name, and this view is useful if your folder contain many files and you want to scan the list for a file. You can sort your files and folders in the view. If you are able to sorting out you are arranging your files in an organized manner and you want to sort it out, you can click on list option. So if I'm clicking on the list here, this name are arranged and you can sort out with the name also. And this detail, if I'm clicking on the detail, it will also show you the detail of that, how when you have created this one, when you have created this folder, when you have created this file. Okay, so all the things it will show you if I'm clicking on the detail. Okay, So detail view provide detailed information about your files and folder, including name, type, size, and date modified. As if I'm clicking on over here, you can see on the down side, you can see each of the detail have been specified. Okay, so all the things you can see here. And now the next one is styles. That's this styles. So this styles display files and folders as a medium size icon. This one, if I'm clicking on here, this is the medium size icon, but it also detail. You see here, this list is look like a small icon, but it does not show the detail information. But when I clicking on a detail, it is also look like a small icon, but it show the detail information. As similar, that tiles view is also the same as detail, but it's look like a medium icon, but it also show the detail. Okay, similar as detail. Now you have understand. So now if I'm clicking on the content view, so content view display each files and folders on a separate row alongside with detailed information like date, modified, size, author, etc., whatever the things. See here, as you can see here, date here, whenever it is modified, 10/2/2016 it is written. Okay, so it will show you all the information over here. So detail tiles, the list, small, medium, large, extra large view, these are the views are there. Okay, now the next topic which we are going to study, that is working with the control panel. Okay, so now the thing is that what is control panel. Okay, so the control panel is a system folder that your computer, your mobile phone also having a feature of setting. Okay, in the setting, if you click on the setting, you can see all the tools or all the functions by which you can manage your mobile phone. Similarly, in your computer there is a setting that setting is called control panel. That Windows operating system having the setting features called control panel. So control panel is a system folder using which we can make changes in the appearance and current setting of Windows. Okay, so now if you want to change the appearance and personalization of a desktop, you can use the control panel. If the hardware and software setup you want to do, if you want to install any application or you want to uninstall any application, you can use control panel. If you want to provide your computer as a security, then you can use control panel. If you want to check the network connectivity, or you want to change the IP address, or if you want to change the setting of a network, you also can use control panel. No, some apps you want to apply some restriction that nobody can use this application. Okay, so you also can do the setting in control panel. Okay, like if you want to change your clock, if you want to change the language, okay, if you want to change the region, whatever the setting you want to do, you can use the control panel. So there are so many settings are there you can change with the help of this control panel. So there you can see many options in the control panel. Now I'm going to open this control panel. So here is a start button, and you can see here control panel on the right side. Here you can see the control panel. If I'm clicking on the control panel, you can see this window, and in this window this control panel. Okay, there is a view are there. So there are three types of views are there: category view, large icon, and small icon. Okay, so if I'm clicking on the category view, you can see this much only. And if I'm going to a small icon, you can see the small icons, all the features are there. If I'm clicking on the large icon, you can see this way. So all the tools are given here in the control panel. As you can see, do the settings, you can do the sound setting, you can do the firewall. Okay, so we are going to do the change date and time. Okay, the next topic is that we are going to study that is change the date and time. We are going to change the date and time. So there are two methods to change the date and time with the help of the control panel. and on the notification bar you can also can, this is the taskbar, and on the right side this is the notification bar. So notification pane is called, and here is the date and time. If you double click on it, if you will double click on it, and you also can see that this change date and time setting. You can click on it and you can change here. There is a change time and change date and time. It is written. Okay, this is the one way you can change the date and time. This is another way that you can open this control panel. This control panel I hope I have opened. Now in this control panel you have to find out where is written date and time. Okay, so here is written date and time. So you click on here date and time, that dialog box will open, and here on this here is written change time zone, and here is written change date and time. You have to click on here and just see what the date is. It is like June 21, and this one is a 10, and this one is a time over here 11:24. So click on OK, and then OK. And also there is an additional clock here, like if you have an internet connection and you want to change, you don't want to change the clock all the time, it automatically just set up the clock, it automatically set up the date, it will automatically set up the clock. So you don't have to do anything, you have to just select the clock one here, and then internet zone you have to go there, change the setting you have to click on, and here you have to apply this one www.windows.com. okay, time.windows.com, and here you have to click on update now. If you click on the update now and click on OK, then what you have to do, you just do nothing. The clock, your date and times all will be automatically changed according to the time zone. Okay, so our time zone, you have to set up our time zone. Here you can see the change time zone. Our time zone is UTC plus 5:30. This is our time zone. This is our country's time zone. You have to select this time zone, and according to this time zone the time has been changed. Okay, so this that is what we can change our date, and this is why this is what we can change time. Now our next topic that we are going to study, that is next topic is about fonts. Okay, so the question having arises that what is fonts. Okay, so the thing is that I am going to say you that the character that you have written, this is the text that I am written over here. As you can see, these are the characters. So the character used in typing the text, whatever the text you are typing, that are used the same design. Okay, like here I am writing this way, and here in the font section you can see, if I'm clicking on, so if I'm clicking on, so you can see the several style of the text. You see, if I'm clicking on here, you can see the change, these are the changing, these are the style of the text is changing all the time. So if I'm clicking on anywhere else, you can see the changes of the text. Okay, so the style of writing and design of a writing of a text, these are called a font. Okay, so we can change the font, we can add some font, we can delete some font. So where do we do the change all this setting? So the same things that I have told you all, that every setting you will find here in control panel. Okay, so I'm going to go this control panel. Here is the control panel. As you can see here, this one is a control panel, and in the control panel you will find this this one is font. As you can see here, this one is a font. Okay, now you have to double click on a font, and if you, as soon as you will double click, okay, you will see the folder, and in this folder you will see the several fonts are available. Either you can just copy it and paste it, or simply here just double click on it. See this one is so many fonts are there. See so many fonts are there. Okay, So if you want to add more fonts, you can go and just copy it from there and paste it here. Okay, just right click over here and paste it. Option is not available here this time because I have not copied yet, so that is why it is not showing. Suppose that I am just copying this one. I want to copy this font here and paste on a desktop. Okay, paste on a desktop. So I can just go to the desktop and just paste it. So this time you can see this this font has been just pasted. Now I want to just copy it again. Cut, I will do the cut because I want to move it. So here I am going to go and here I am clicking on the paste. This time is paste option is coming, so I am clicking on the paste option here, and it is asking that this font is already exist. So what you have to do, you have to replace it. So what you have to do, just do all check mark, because all the folders is there in this font folder. So you want to just replace it and then copy it. So yes, I am clicking on yes, and 9 fonts that I have copied it just pasted here. So this way nothing has changed, but I want to show you that how we will copy and how we will paste here in this folder. You can just suppose if you want to write in any other language like Urdu, Bangla, any other language. So the font is not exist this time. So you can download from from internet. You can download from the internet, and then after you can copy that for fonts and paste it here. And as soon as you will paste it and go you can go here in any text word processing software like MS Word, Notepad, WordPad, and select the font of that language. Then after you can able to do to work on that language. Okay, this way you can manage this fonts. Okay, now moving ahead, our next topic is that we are going to work. That is my mouse is not working. Okay, sometime let's think about it, that if you are working with a mouse, like here I am working on the mouse, either you can work with the internal, I am talking about internal mouse. Okay, I am talking about internal mouse, not external mouse, because external mouse is it will be work all the time, but I am talking about internal mouse. Suppose if you are working on the laptop, okay, so laptop mouse is not working sometime. So either some kind of happening will be there, like suppose that your num lock is on. So either the setting will be in control panel, that if you if you turn off your num lock, then your mouse will not going to work. Okay, so this time you can, what you can do, you can insert your external mouse, and after that you go to the control panel, and here is the control panel. Here you can see control panel. Okay, and there is a setting that ease of access center, ease of access center. Here's the option, ease of access center. Okay, so if I'm clicking on ease of access center,
always in
and
this section,
you can see here this is option here, make the mouse easier to use option. Here you can see use the computer without a display, make the computer easy to use the computer without a mouse or keyboard, make a mouse easier to use. So here you have to click on make the mouse easier to use. Now click on turn on mouse keys. Okay, and here is the setup mouse key. Now you click on check mark it, turn on mouse keys, and click on apply. And after that what you have to do, set up it, and here use mouse keys when num lock is off. Okay, so you click on off here and then apply, and then okay. This time this icon will be appear. This one you can see in the notification bar, this mouse keys is appear. Here it is showing on the taskbar. You can able to see this small little icon of a notification bar. In the notification pane, you can see the small icon of a keyboard, mouse, and in this mouse there is a cross icon is there. So it is showing that your internal mouse will not going to work. When it will work, so here is the setup mouse keys, and you can see use mouse keys when num lock is off. So if your num lock is off, now this time is num lock is on, so I am just pressing the num lock key this time, and here you can see this num lock icon, this cross has been gone. So again, if I am clicking on the num lock key on, so this time you can see this cross mark is appear. So my external mouse will always work, either will it will be turn off or turn on, but my internal mouse will not going to work. Okay, so that what happen when we are going to work and sometimes the mouse will not work. That what will happen if by mistake we are clicking on num lock on, so the setting has been made for num lock off, so that time with mouse is not working. So this time we put some we insert our external mouse and we can work with it, or we can do the setting, so that after we by just pressing the num lock key on, so this time the key the mouse will not work, and when we turn off the num lock, and then after the our internal mouse will going to work. So now just I'm just changing the setting, and I will turn on this one and then apply it OK, and after that I will press in OK, and then I will just put after turn check mark on the turn of the mouse keys and apply, and then OK. So because I want to show you, that is why I will just change the setting. Now you have understand, if your internal mouse will not going to work, you can do the same things. Okay, now the next question is arises that what happen if your mouse is not going to work. What I have told you, that your internal keyboard internal mouse is not working. At that time, what you have to do. Now this time the question has arise that what if your mouse is not going to work, what do you have to do? So at that time, if your mouse is working and your keyboard is not working, so in this case you have to use the on-screen keyboard. Okay, so where do you find this on-screen keyboard? So you can go to this start button, and here is the all program you can see, and in this all program you can find the accessories folder. So here is the accessories folder. In the accessories folder you can find out this one on-screen keyboard. So here is there is on-screen keyboard. So on-screen keyboard is not here, so it is not visible sometime. Okay, so ease of access here, see ease of access here. So in the accessories folder you can see the ease of access folder. In the ease of access folder you can see this on-screen keyboard. Okay, so the thing is that you have to go to the start button, then click on all program, then go to the accessories folder. Under this accessories folder there is another folder, ease of access, and under this ease of access you will find this on-screen keyboard. If you click on this on-screen keyboard, you will see the on-screen keyboard. Here if your keyboard is not working, your mouse is working, you can work with on the screen keyboard. Now some setting. Now we are going to discuss about some settings of a mouse. Okay, so we are going to change the setting of a mouse. Now you have understand, when your mouse is not working, when your keyboard is not working, at that time what you have to do. So now this one this control panel has been, I want to show you.
Always scan this section.
I am going to close one, and this one is, I have opened this control panel, and this is a control panel that I have opened. Now changing the mouse setting, and this time you have to change the mouse setting because there are so many properties are there. If you want to change the appearance of a mouse pointer, this one is the pointer, that arrow key you will see, this one is a mouse pointer, and you can change the setting of a mouse pointer. See in the control panel you can see the mouse option. Here is the mouse option. If you click on this mouse option, you will see this option. So here is the several options, like you can see, buttons, pointer option, wheel, hardware. This dialog box will appear when you click on this mouse option, and after that this dialog box will appear. If you want to change the arrow, this one is the arrow is showing. Here is the pointer tab, and there are several appearance of this mouse. Like here is the scheme, and there are several things. Like if I'm going to click on here, you can see the size of arrow, and you can see if I click on here, you can see the appearance of the pointer. This arrow key is called pointer. Okay, I don't want any other, so you can just click on the none, and you can apply it, and you can click on OK, and this way the pointer has been changed. You can change the appearance of the pointer. And after that, what setting we are going to do the next? We are going to change the setting of a button. So here is the button tab, and in this button tab you can see this one is a double click. Whenever you want to open any folder, like here is the new folder on the desktop, if I double click on it, this folder has been opened. So now if I want to increase the speed, see the speed, how speed is this. When I double click on any folder, the folder is being open. So it is very easy to open if I will increase the speed. So I'm not going to increase so much. So in medium it is better. So just change the setting and clicking on apply, and then OK. Okay. So this way you can change the pointer setting, and this way you can change the button setting. You can change the button of a double click speed. You can change the button configuration of left click and right click. And after doing the setting, you can click on apply and then OK. Okay. So all the setting has been done. Now this one, the mouse setting has been done. Now why to double click the mouse? Why we are always using this double click? Why to double click the mouse? So the question is that why do we double click the mouse? So Windows has a features to replace the double click with a single click. We can here you can see on the desktop. Here is a folder. If I double click on it, the folder is open. Now what if I am just clicking on a single click, but I am only just single click and that folder will be open? What can be happen with the help of control panel. Okay, so the question is arise, why we are only use double click? So every time we have to select the file. Not open the file. But if I am just changing the setting as a single click, then if I want to select the file, then after it open the file. So it is not good thing. So what you have to do, you have to always do the double click. Okay, so now I will just show you how to change the setting as a single click. So here is the control panel. As you can see here, in the control panel you can see the folder option. Here is the folder option. As you can see, click on the folder option here, and you can see the tab general, view, search. Okay, so here you can see the tab. Now in this folder option, you can see this general option that is click item as follows: single click to open an item. Here is written, and here's a double click. Always we are using a double click, but this time for showing you all that I am choosing the single click. So after clicking on the single click option, and here is written underline icon. I don't want underline icon. I want underline icon tiles only when I point at that time. So I click, I check mark it, and I want only single click. I put a check mark on single click to open an item, and just apply it and then press OK. And after that, what it happened, just look it. Now I am clicking on only one time. I will click only one time. I will click. See here, this folder is open. Now see what happened. Earlier we are just double click on it, then the folder is open. This time only I am clicking on single click. If I only use single click and the folder is open, so the changes have been happened. Then if I want to select any file, it is not possible. The folder will get open. That is why we are using double click. Now you are getting that why do we use double click. So now for showing to you all that I have changed the setting as a single click, you also can do the change setting of a single click. Now this time I will go to this folder option again, and here you can see the general tab, and here single click is opened an item. Now I am going to change this double click. Now what happened, click on apply, then okay, and then I am going to this folder again. Then what happened, I'm double click on it, then the folder will open. Now if I'm single click it, so the file is selected only, not open but selected. Okay, so this is very beneficial for us. Do not do the double click, otherwise you cannot select. Okay, now sometime what happen, if I want to press so many keys, like suppose if I am pressing alt plus F4, so what happen, the window will be closed. So suppose if I am clicking on control plus C, so what happened, it been copied. So earlier if I am by mistake if I am pressing double click, if I suppose by mistake when I press any two keys combination, so what happened, our execution has been performed. Like by mistake I am pressing alt plus F4, so what happened, the window is been closed where I was working in it, where I was working, so my data has been vanished. So what, to prevent it, we are using the feature provided by the Windows operating system, that is called sticky keys. With the help of sticky keys, if I am pressing double keys, it will not work. If I am pressing double keys, it will not work. If I am using the keys like alt plus F4, if I am pressing alt first, then after pressing F4, then it will work. If I am pressing both the keys together, it will not work. So that's the feature of sticky keys. So where do you find this sticky keys? So go to the start button. Here's the start button, and here is the control panel. Okay, so click on the control panel here. Here's the control panel, as you can see. So this one is the control panel, and you can see here ease of access center. You click on the ease of access center, and
always scan this
yes,
section.
Here is the ease of access center. Now select make the keyboard easier to use. Here is the option make the keyboard easier to use. Below this, make the mouse easier to use. Here is the make the keyboard easier to use. Click on here, make the keyboard easier to use. After turn on sticky keys, here it is there. You can able to see that here is sticky keys. Turn on sticky keys. This below this, control the mouse with the keyboard, and here is make it easier to type. Turn on sticky keys. Just check mark it. You have to put clicking on the check box. You have to click on the check box. Then after you apply it, and then okay.
Always
so
scan
if
this
you
section.
will do it, this sticky keys will be appear. Now what will happen here, if I am using alt, it will just manage, then F4, then both the keys will appear. So now you have getting that every time when we are using, if I am just pressing two keys at a time, it will not work. Like suppose if I am pressing control plus C, it will not work. Like here, suppose I want to copy it something like introduction, I want to copy. So I will select this introduction and then control plus C. It will not work. So firstly I will just click on the control C, then it will work. And after that I will just control V, then it will be work. Okay, now suppose I will just pressing at the two keys at the same time. So two keys at the same time, it will not work. Two keys at the same time, it is not work. Okay, two keys at the same time, it will not work. When I will just do two keys one by one, then it will work. So this way it is very beneficial. Okay, so different key combination, for example, if caps lock is set off, then try to write any capital letter by pressing shift key and the letter keys one by one, instead of normal processing of holding the shift key and pressing the letters of symbol keys. Like suppose see here, like caps lock is caps lock on. This one it is written capital. Now caps lock is off. Now shift key is on. So if I am using this one, this sticky keys, that keys has been locked. Now if I am writing here, if I am going to write here, this one is written. Now every time if I am writing this one, so it will be locked, so it will writing in the capital letter without pressing this shift key, because sticky keys, it happen that if I am just pressing any keys, it record the keys, otherwise it cannot understand the keys. Suppose alt I have pressed, then it has been recorded. Now I will press only F4, then it will close. Now previously what you have to do, you have to just press alt F4 both together, but this time you can press alt at first time and F4 in the another time. Don't press alt F4, leave that alt and then press F4, then it will work. Control, press control first time and then leave the control and then press C, it will copy, and then control, leave the control and press V, then paste. So this way you can apply the sticky keys. Now I am going to change the setting, that press the control key and here ease of access center, now make the keyboard easier to use, and then sticky keys, I will just press the sticky keys and then sticky keys turn on, apply, and then OK.
Always scan this
one
section.
Is icon has been appear, this one, this is sticky keys. Now what you have to do here, I am going to again this select it and then control I will press, control control plus Z. So I will press first one control and then Z, it will just done the function. Okay, so after using the sticky keys, the sticky keys automatically turn off. The first time you will use the sticky keys, the sticky keys will turn off. Now our next topic is that put your computer in sleep mode. Okay, so what is sleep mode? Suppose if you are not working with the computer this time, you have to just save your power of a computer. So quickly if you save your power, then you can save your battery of a laptop. Okay, so it puts the work and setting in the memory and draws the small amount of a power if you will just put on the sleep mode. Okay, now putting the sleep mode is very easy. Go to the start button and here's the control panel, click on the control panel here and you can see the option that is power option. As you can see, you can find and search. Either you can search it, if you cannot find, then you can search it. Here's the power option, click on the power option here and there you can see the power saver. Yes, power saver, just click on the power saver here, and then after what you have to do, just click on the power saver here. You can just see the result that you can save the power, and you can also use the balance. Okay, after doing this you can go to the back and it will work. Okay, so you can select the power option, sleep mode will become active. To make further change, click on the change plan setting, and after that you can change the setting power. Okay, you can change the setting power. Here's the power saver and here's the change plan setting. If you click on the change plan setting, you can just dim the display in 1 minute or plug in 2 minutes. Okay, turn off the display 2 minutes, 5 minutes, put on the computer to sleep mode in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You can change the setting with it. Okay, now after doing this, you can click on the save changes. Now I will go to the back and click on the balance. This one is the recommended for the laptop. Okay, next things that I want to show you, that what is hibernation. So hibernation is a state in which a computer shut down to save power, but first saves everything in a memory on hard disk. So that's what we have discussed about in this chapter, that is Windows 7. So I hope you have liked this chapter or like this practical. I hope I have clear all of your doubts. If there is have any doubts, you can just consult me in the WhatsApp class or in the live class. You can ask me any question if there is having any doubt. Okay, so see you in the next class. Thank you.